All right, so I guess we can go ahead and get started. We'll have some more people hop on here and there. So, good morning, everybody. This morning we've got Zach with us from A Better Home Inspection. He's got a nice presentation planned for us. So, get your notepads out and be ready to learn some great information about this. Take it away.
Awesome. Well, good morning, everyone. And I want to sincerely, first off, apologize. The beginning of this is really just for the people that may not know, or maybe the first to introduce to our services. The later end of the presentation is going to be a lot of the training that you guys that have used our services a lot more often are going to be really benefiting from. I'm going to go into a little bit more about HomeBinder, the repair pricer, and then a little bit more on the extension on how that's going to benefit you guys. So bear with me on the first part. It's just going to be about home inspections. I know you're bored. I didn't bring you avocados today, so it's going to start that way. But as we get into the later sections, please feel free to ask questions, type it in the chat. I'll be monitoring that as I go through this. And honestly, if you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them as they come up. But getting started, understanding a better home inspection, and it's not a pass or fail, but it is critical to your success. So always when you're explaining this to a client, just remind them, look, it's not a pass or a fail. It's just there to provide you information so that we can go forward on a better course of action to improving the property on the way that you want it, or to at least understand what improvements you're going to need to make throughout. So going on, 1 second here, let me drop some windows. So understanding a home inspection, the benefit, the value, and also the knowledge behind it, and how to decide to make strategic actions based upon that. In short, you always want to make sure that you are hiring a home inspection during the earliest period of when you are able to. Don't wait till the end at any point in time, as things that come up can cause you to have delays in your transaction that no one wants to really deal with. So whether that be a recommendation for further investigation, or even when it's requests for your repairs, you just want to be mindful of getting this in advance so that you'll have everything ahead of when you need to start calling additional people. They may not have the availability to get to you next day, so something to keep in mind of. 1 second here. Now, understanding a home inspection, it is a visual inspection. It is similar but different from the Avid. Simply saying, you on the Avid side, you have the ability to do an inspection, but the language that you use in that is going to be much more vague. You never want to follow a home inspector and use their findings to base for your own Avids as well. A home inspector gets to be a lot more specific on terms, issues, and identification than you on your Avid. You should do your Avid before an inspection so that you can go to the inspector and ask them questions about the things that you've seen, or do it while the inspector is present, but never use their notes to backtrack for your own. And the second thing is that understanding the scope of an inspection, this can vary across all companies. So some companies can offer you a litany of services, or some can only offer you a baseline level inspection that doesn't necessarily cut or cross into some of the more intricate or more pain point details that clients may be worried about. Sewer scope, air quality, radon testing, whether that be, can the roof be walked upon? Do they have drones so that they can facilitate an inspection on that roof despite being unable to walk on it? Some of the questions you just want to ask, understand the contract that you're signing with them. The scope of the inspection is very critical, understanding exactly what they're going to be inspecting and what they leave out from their inspection. Now, standard home inspection reports necessarily going to have health and safety, maintenance and deficiencies, and at A Better Home Inspection, some of our smaller items we call action items. Health and safety, though, has a wide variety on where it can take place. So these can be incredibly prominent health and safety concerns, such as microbial growth, leaks, and potential water damage. But they can also be as minor as GFCIs, or some of the pool requirements, like having fencing or gates and locks on protection of that pool. And then the last one here is firewall damage. I love this example because in a VA loan, there is supposed to be no breaches inside a firewall. But as we go across a lot of properties, they have a dog door that's built in within the garage door from the home to the garage. That itself is a breach in the firewall. It is a health and safety concern. If you're a pet owner, is that necessarily a big concern to you? Maybe not. But if you have these contingencies on it, then this might be something that actually causes a little bit of a complication. So something to be aware of, that will be called out as a health and safety warning. Now, maintenance and deficiency items are just going to be across the board. These can be items that may be near the end of their lifespan, or these could just be some items that are like, cosmetic concerns that are fixable, manageable, but they're just maintenance and deficiency items. And then the final one is going to be action items, which are things that you can actively take an action on, whether that be you doing it yourself, hiring a contractor, but they're normally smaller end items, just simply saying, this is an action that you as a homeowner will want to take when you go on to owning this home in full, so that you're aware and you take better care of the home than when you got it. So when I talked about expanding the scope of the inspection or understanding that scope of the inspection, these are three things that you want to keep in mind. The drain line scope, through our experience, has been an incredible addition for any realtor to provide to their client as more information on the property, as it tends to be, if there is a problem here, this is most likely going to be one of the larger cost problems. Better to understand it than to be caught off guard from it. So always ask if they provide a drain line scope or a sewer scope, depending on their verbiage. But this is a very good item to have at any point in time for any home that has a wastewater line clean out that is accessible. Second one would be home binder, because let's be honest, the more information that we can provide to any and all clients, and the more benefit of touch points to those clients, allows you, us, and them to have a much more successful and happier business or homeownership. I'll go into that a little bit more further, but then third is going to be the mold testing. Now, this can be from air quality samples to a direct swab. All inspections at a Better Home Inspection do include a visual mold assessment, but that doesn't mean that we can qualify that through a third-party laboratory that will identify and produce a report for you that will dictate if there's elevation or non-elevated levels of mold. And depending on those elevations or non-elevations, also what type of mold is in the property. Speaking out of experience with you guys, I've worked on a couple of your air quality tests, and I've talked back and forth with you. I've told you guys there's some molds that just literally we live with every day. And that is what it is. Non-elevated doesn't mean you're concerned. Elevated means you should be concerned about it. How you address that can come from a third party, or we can always help you out with aligning you with a third party to show you exactly how to best take care of that and remediate. Hold on one second here. Bam. So who you work with is the most important thing. Right here, I have a little bit of a playthrough of our inspections as it goes through. This is the good snapshot of what an inspection looks like. As it goes through the kitchen, you see that we're working through each and every single aspect as you would normally use or intend to use as a homeowner. Checking all the drawers, checking GFCIs, outlets, and etc. That's the point of the inspection. Thermal cams to make sure that ovens are running and heat, all of that. So going into it, understand that when you hire someone, whether it be our company or some other company, that you always want to understand the process that they're going to provide to your client. The reason being is that the process that they provide to your client will dictate how successful you are able to negotiate with your client afterwards. If at any point in time there's any concerns about the languaging that they use, that's probably going to be questions later on that you'll have to address. If the inspection doesn't provide a presentation of the report findings, that means that you and your clients are probably going to have to go over the inspection report independently, and you'll have to walk through it and probably make a few phone calls. Always try to find an inspection company that offers a presentation of the report. Always ask an inspection company what their reports look like as well, because the easeability or usability of their reports is incredibly important. You don't need something that's going to make you feel like you have a headache and confused at the end of it. You need something that's going to be easy. Technology has offered us a wide variety of tool sets that make it incredibly easy to interact with software. And that's something that you, being professional real estate agents, you guys have tons of software in the back end that you know is incredibly important to your job. You should expect that the companies that you're hiring for your clients are also professionally aimed towards their software, because it's a communication tool to you. I'll go over our report in a little bit, but there is a couple tools I would recommend if you aren't going to use our company, that you use companies that have Spectora as a software, as that seems to be one of the top-notch inspection reporting softwares in the industry. Makes it incredibly easy, and even a first-time home buyer is going to be able to understand the basic information that's resided in that. So now what we want for your clients, so understand, is you're going to have schedule flexibility with a Better Home Inspection, but at any company you ask, you want to make sure that they can fit to your schedule, or that they have availability to get to you when you need them. Technological advantages are important. Technology is incredibly important when considering the inspection itself. Gas detection, air quality testing, mold, sewer scopes, drones, the presentation of the report, what hardware are they using for that? These are all things that you should ask, because again, their professionalism will reflect upon you as well. Last thing is the personal, not last, the third thing would be the personal touch. And then the final would be the experience that has to complement you. The journey of homeownership, especially an inspection, when it comes to the inspection, is probably the scariest moment for a home buyer. Outside of the 17 other scary moments that they've had, this seems to be the most real life moment where they're there with an inspector, learning about the property, and the concerns are incredibly high. Having an inspection company that's going to respect you, respect your client, and give them the information that they need without scaring or trying to downplay that information is incredibly important. If at any time you feel like there's some weird stuff going on in your inspection from another company or even us, stop it. Start asking questions, defend your clients, because they want you to represent them in full. Second thing would be going into if they can provide any type of backup assistance for further transaction needs. So termite inspections, maybe you need a further roof inspection. Maybe you need someone to come back out to perform some of the repairs after your clients have owned that property. Having a company that will align with you, provide you resources, and help build up your own database is important for your own success in this business. We do offer a termite partner. You guys know them as well. We do Creepy. So if you guys ever need a termite, you can call us and schedule that alongside your inspection. Now, this is where I'm getting into the nitty gritty of where you guys really get a lot more detail. So a lot of you have asked me some of the services that we provide. So I put up this on the side here, which has our basic, essential, and healthy home packages. Keynote of this is on our website. You can see this and you can see every single little feature and aspect that we include within the inspection. A basic line inspection is just going to have everything that you're used to. The essential is going to add a drain line scope. The healthy home is going to add in air quality. You can go advanced and you can add in both of those together, and that itself is a package. And finally, please guys, whenever you have a client that is working within new home construction, recommend that they get an inspection. And then for you, follow back up in 11 months to ask them if they need any warranty inspections done. Builders provide warranties. And that means that when a third party comes in and finds their faults, the client has a lot more leverage over the builder in those moments because, well, it's a new construction. Nothing should be wrong. And those also have a $100 discount. I would recommend sewer scopes. I would recommend you having the inspection only because having that information, knowing that the builder did their job right, is more important for your client after they've spent all of that money. If you guys have any questions on the packages, please feel free to ask. I'm going to start to go into HomeBinder a little bit more, but first I do have a video that I'm going to play for you guys that will kind of give you what HomeBinder does for your clients after we've given them that HomeBinder.
Welcome to Proactive Home Management from HomeBinder. HomeBinder is a residential home management platform that centralizes everything you need for your home. Your authorized partner has provided you with HomeBinder to support your home ownership and ensure your peace of mind. Your HomeBinder is complimentary for as long as you own your home. With HomeBinder, you will receive maintenance reminder emails, recall alerts on your appliances, space to organize important documents, paint colors by room, home-related projects, and much more. You can view your binder from any device, so when you need to recall information about your home, HomeBinder makes it quick and easy. Your binder includes local home professionals to improve the value of the home, as well as help homeowners take steps to prevent emergency repairs. Within the binder, you can explore the thousands of home professionals trusted by people and businesses in your area. HomeBinder's proprietary home valuation tool tells you more than today's value. It helps you maximize your home value during your ownership. Use it to prioritize projects, improvements, and renovations. When the time comes to sell your largest asset, HomeBinder Seller Reports will help you to market and sell your home faster. After all, buyers need more than the keys to be successful in their home ownership. HomeBinder, the centralized place for everything and everyone connected to your home.
Okay, give me 1 second. So I'm going to talk to you guys from my personal experience using HomeBinder. And I'm also going to show you guys a lot of screens that I personally went through the entire process. I believe if I introduce, or we as a company introduce anything to this service or anything to your day-to-day operation with us, that we should test it. As part of that, I've put myself in there not only as a real estate agent, I've put myself in there as a homeowner. So I'm going to show you guys some of those screenshots that I took from my own page and kind of give you guys the back end information that's really important for you to understand why I want you guys to be advocates of HomeBinder, only because I want it to benefit you. I want every single client that has these accepted from you is calling you back when they're ready to sell that home, providing you that seller report and giving you even more ammunition to shoot for them because they are well equipped to help you in selling their home. Now, HomeBinder right here, this is the dashboard that you guys saw in that video. One of the things you guys are going to notice is that in this lower right-hand corner, you're going to see the home inspector and the real estate agent. This is where your information is placed. We as the home inspector, you as the real estate agent, have your branding provided on here. Now, you as the real estate agent have your own dashboard. When you begin your HomeBinder journey, you'll be able to access that dashboard, include your own documentation that you want your homeowners to know. You can also give them updates. You can also check in on them, and you can also talk to them more about this on how they can build out the profile for themselves. This is entirely free. Every single inspection, your clients will be offered a HomeBinder. When they accept that, that will have your information already preloaded into that. And if there is a issue with maybe your image or your branding or something of that is in there, your name, your information, and all of the real critical information to get a hold of you will still be there. It may be up to you to add a couple of those things, or just give me a call and I'll help you out. So this is what notifications look like. On the left-hand side, this is what your clients will receive as it distributes out to your clients. This is what you receive on the agent side for notifications. These are the emails that you guys get to see. So if you had more binders set up for your clients, you'd get to see that, oh, I have 10 binders set up for my clients with, these are the annual reminders provided. Each of these annual reminders will be co-branded from us and you. Those notifications will look like this. Service reminders will look just like the service heating system. I make a joke about this is the new honey to-do list, as this is an email that gets sent over to you that says, hey, did you complete it? Remind me later. And then as you can see, this doesn't apply to my home, or I don't own this home anymore. A lot of these little tiny things we just constantly forget because it's the last thing in our day to remember. So having these little notifications allows homeowners to just take the time, schedule it out, fix it, address it, do whatever they need to, but they can also keep a record of their maintenance throughout that reflects back when it goes to that seller's report. Over here, you'll see inside the docs that you have your home inspection report and a new homeowner's guide. You can add your own documentation. You can talk to your vendors and add documentation. You can ask us to add documentation, but once your clients accept their binder, Only you can insert documentation into those binders for them, and they'll have an accept queue that goes out to them. So just an email that says someone's trying to upload a document into your file. They'll say the name, and then they can accept or decline. If they accept, you'll get a notification. If they decline, you'll get a notification as well. But again, this is places where you can add in maybe your annual calendar of events in the local area for a homeowner to get used to the new neighborhood. This could be some of the escrow documentations for themselves or the lending information for themselves, and they can put that into the system as well and have it all consolidated into a single. No one can access that information externally. This resides exclusively within the owner. We can only add docs. We can never take any out or look at them. It's completely independent for themselves. Now, I said I put myself through the service, so I'm going to talk a little bit about how the service goes through. Once your client accepts the HomeBinder, they'll receive a phone call. That phone call will come from someone at HomeBinder, but they will say that they're from a Better Home Inspection. There is no third-party sale of information. This is a one-time call. Sometimes if they don't get you, they'll send you a text asking you a series of, do you need any assistance with your HomeBinder? Do you need any assistance in scheduling for electricity, plumbing, water, basic utilities? Just simple concierge service lines that they're going to ask. If your clients say, no, I'm good, thank you, that's it. A one-time call. I've been in this system for over 2 months now, and I've not seen a single other call. No other new phone numbers calling me, not getting weird texts, not getting weird emails. The information is exclusively in HomeBinder for them, and it doesn't sell outwards. Some of the cool things for your homeowners, though, for them to have on the HomeBinder client side is, as you guys can see right here, this marketplace. It's a little hard to see, but in this build facts, this allows you to pull permits for your property. You can see if there's any permits pulled previously for that property, and you can view that from that build facts tool right there. There is also a repair pricer for them to use for their own. And then there's also a series of other marketplace applications that they can just take and benefit from throughout their entire home ownership. You guys see down here in the own up, this is going to give them a home value estimate. This is going to take in all of the information that they put. And again, it's just providing them more tools to access more information for them as homeowners. Now, there is other tools, there is other abilities within the marketplace, but these were some of the first ones that I saw that were very prominent and important for you guys probably to know and share to your clients. This is going to allow them a lot of coverage for basic line questions. And again, the more education that they have, the easier it is for them to communicate back to you with their next plan of action. Anyone have any questions on the last few slides I've shown? Awesome. And all right, so real quick, if you guys would like to, you guys can take this QR code, and if you scan that, I will recommend using your non-real estate agent email. But if you scan that, you can get your own HomeBinder, so you guys can start working with it. Again, if you take your data plates and you record that information in your HomeBinder, if there's any recall checks on any of your major appliances, they're going to give you a notification. You'll receive our series of notifications throughout the year, letting you know of this various maintenance items that are there. And as of right now, that's 10 touch points. That means that by accepting the HomeBinder, every single one of your clients is going to get 10 emails throughout the year reminding them of important things to do in their home from us, you and I. So that's going to mean that you have a higher rate of returning clientele. Your referral rate's probably going to increase as well. And you're probably going to look at those clients that use this effectively, providing you with more information, because if they record their paint colors, the improvements they made on their home, they hold the receipts for it, and they've just done good home ownership, that care is going to show in that seller's report that you can use as a marketable toolkit to provide to your clients. Going on, I want to add the next part of this, which is going to be the Repair Pricer Max. Now, Repair Pricer is, like it says, sent directly to the real estate agent. No worries about it going to your clients. No worries about you having to kind of like play quarterback or defensive line on anyone getting this information. This is exclusively for you to give you an estimate of what you have inside the inspection report. This does produce on a line item, and I'm going to go into a couple of these reports in a little bit more in depth and a little bit more clarity. But as you can see, this will generate a report that will show you an estimate of cost for the items found in the inspection. I highly recommend that you take these reports and you cross-reference it with vendors in your network or GCs that you know, just to try and see if the prices match, because again, it's an estimate. But having that is just going to support you when you go back for requests for repairs, or you're trying to help them get this improvement or that improvement done in the home after the close. So finally, I'm going to open it up here and I'm going to pause and change over to a quick little piece on the repair pricer. When you guys get a order done through here, you'll see right here, I have my report. I'm going to view that report, and this is taking directly from the inspection. Now, I can, and I should have, but I didn't, because why not show you the nastiest part of this? I can limit down the items that I want estimated in this. That is going to go line item or by specific sections. When you order your report from this, it'll ask you those. Do you want the full summary? Do you want this or do you want that? You pick your item and then you go from there. This should never cost you anything. There is a prompt screen to add a pool estimate in those. Just pass those by unless you feel the need to. That's where it actually does have a cost to get the pool inspection estimate. But baseline, everything inside the report can be estimated for free, no cost at all. You just run the report, and within, I think it's 2 to 6 hours, you'll receive this report back, and it will look like this. Now, when we go into the PDF version of the report, right here, same report. This is what you guys are going to have for your clients that you can negotiate around. But again, this is powerful information for you. Just for you to try to negotiate down what's the best asking for requests for repairs, or identifying how much your clients are going to have to invest after they've closed their sale. Right here, no GFCI present, recommended qualified professional upgrade, budget to install GFCI in all wet areas to improve safety. Again, $771. Now, is that an accurate estimate? Depends if you need all wet areas to be GFCI'd. So again, always cross-reference it, but it gives you a baseline understanding of where you're aiming at from these improvements. Anyone have any questions on Repair Pricer? I'm going to go down this just a little bit more, so if anyone wants to type, they can. So right here, we see instead the plumbing, inspect drain line system with a hydrostatic testing and sewer scoping to determine extent of repairs. Estimate out is at $287. Just a reminder, you can always call us for $200 and we'll do the sewer scope for you. And then again, landscaping and a few other aspects so that you can use and understand the full scope of how much it may cost for you to perform any improvements or changes on the property. Now I'm going to drop this down and I'm going to go show you guys the HomeBinder management software from the real estate dashboard. So this would be the real estate dashboard for you on HomeBinder. This you log into with your real estate email. You'll set up your own password. You got login. This will be your setup. This will show you how many binders you've generated from your clients, accepting or declining them. It'll show status meeting created. They've actively created their home binder and they're probably working within it. Now, from that, I can't add anything in here, but I can add certain things within my branding profile that allows me to have that added into my own client's information. So as we go into the settings, again, this is really simple stuff. This is just to kind of outline how easy it is to put your branding, your information, and have all of that there. Sorry, guys, I'm part of the brand team today. You know how much I love you guys, so that's why I chose you. And again, headshots, your logo, your information, all of that there. So you go into branding, you can have all of these branding options there. You now will see the 10 emails there. instead of it being the 3 that you see. This was done about 2 months ago before we sophisticated our additional add-ons to it. So you only see 3 on mine. There's 10 inbuilt as it currently goes. And then finally, this is a really impressive and amazing toolkit that I think you guys will really benefit from. This is for your home pros. So people that you guys work with inside your industry, you can add them into your service provider network, which will also go into your client's service provider network. If a Better Home Inspection has service providers, we will add them. And if you have service providers, you will add them, and your client will get both. They'll get a grand collection of both, and it'll have a little bit of a segment out, your agents, pros, your inspectors, pros, and it'll break it down like that. This can include your lender as a professional as well. You guys probably saw inside the original, there was a couple more fields down below for escrow, as well as your lending officer to be featured in those branding profiles. So again, the people you work with, they're going to benefit from you working with them, as well as they're going to benefit you from you working with this. From that Home Pro network, though, you can type up any service, anything. You can give them an email notification, and they'll also get added in to be searchable through this network. I haven't really done a lot on it, but it kind of looks like a exclusive access into Angie's List, but it's not Angie's List. It's a Homebinder list. So you didn't have to pay for anything. So why not take advantage of it if you really like to? So that's out there for you as well. Anyone have any questions on Homebinder as a full, Repair Pricer, or any of the things I've gone over as of yet? Again, please feel free. This is new. I will say this, it is exclusive. There is only 2 other companies in the entire San Diego and Riverside area, to my knowledge, that provides Homebinder to real estate agents on inspections. So it's a little bit of a rare commodity for you guys to take advantage of. And again, telling your clients that this is only one call, maybe a text, nothing else included in it, and you just get a Homebinder to track and record everything and anything you do in your home to the top-notch efficiency. Awesome. Anyone have any questions there? And the last thing I'm going to go over is our inspection report, because I feel like I got to mention this one additional toolkit just so it helps you guys out today. Awesome. Cool. So in our inspection report, which a lot of you guys have worked with before, mostly all of you, but to add in, I want to highlight this one little feature in our inspection tools, which is the report tools. Right here, we have the repair request builder, which is a great way of having a visual additional piece of information to add into your request for repairs. So while that entirely is verbal, you can now associate back to a visual item that you can generate for someone on the other side to understand exactly what you're talking about. So you can see here in these items, we can pick anything. I can have a credit or a comment, and then I can generate that out as a PDF report that I can send over as an attachment to that RR and say, hey, please refer to these images to understand exactly where I'm aiming at. So if we wanted to focus on these cracked tiles, we can just use this one image, have our, sorry about that. So then we go into here and click that, and then we can credit and comment again. So anything we have in there, when we go, we can preview it, generate it out, and have that exclusively for you. Or again, if you're going back to a GC, you can use this as like, hey, what do you think about this? How much is this going to cost me? This is the cost estimate I received. Again, supporting documentation for you to use in communication. A lot of people need images nowadays to understand what you're saying. Don't know why, but hey, images are here, and this is the way you guys can use it. So again, if you wanted to isolate down to safety concerns, again, you can just have exclusively your safety concerns focused on, and then from there, you can have that negotiation and conversation there. And again, isolate it down, do what you need to do. And then the final one would just be a copy and paste text. So if you guys wanted to use certain languaging that we had from our inspection report, you can use that. Just grab and drop into your respective documents. Awesome. Well, I don't have anything else in regard for this. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to ask a little bit more on certain features or poke holes in my bag for certain of the things I talked about, I'm all for it. Let's go. Switch back over. I'll leave this up. So, well, it looks like I don't have any questions. I do appreciate all of you guys' time today. Thank you so much for having me. And I will be by your guys' office on Thursday to drop you guys off some avocados. I hope you will enjoy those. Again, if you guys need anything, or if you would like to call us up for a home inspection, have availability, 800-720-2844. And again, you can always schedule online, or you can just give me a call, 760-685-0969, and I'll help you out too. Outside of that, if you guys would like any of this home binder information in more depth, you guys can send me an email, zach@forresterhomeinspections.com. And I will be sending over some of the home binder videos, following up, just so you guys have those inside your own backend, so you can use that to help clients understand it. And again, if you need anything, or you need me to give your clients a call and talk them through home binder, I'd be more than happy to provide that support for you guys. So feel free to make me your support, please. Other than that, you all have a wonderful day.
You're the man, Zach. Thank you very much.
So much.
Thanks, Zach.
Gary,
Thank you
you
very
guys
much.
are always awesome. I'll see you guys Thursday.
Sounds good.
All right,
Awesome.
bye.
Have a
Bye-bye.
great day.